Hi guys, and welcome to Kratos Clips. I'm Forrest, and what I hope to do in these videos is just share a little bit of knowledge I've gained from some of the games I play. In particular, I'm wanting to do videos on Minecraft, Fallout, and Ark. Now, this is the first video on the channel, and I've been trying to think of a good one to do to give you a few basic tips that don't require a lot of foreknowledge. And what I came up with was how to make an automatic cooker and collecting wood as renewable resources. Yes, I know you can collect wood from any old tree anywhere, but the more you chop the trees down, the further away you're going to have to go from your base. It makes a lot more sense to make yourself your own orchard. So, without further ado, let's get on with this and show you what I tend to do. This isn't by no means the best way to do it or the worst, it's just what's working for me. Now, the way I do small amounts of wood, I tend to use birch because the trees are easier for harvesting. What I do is I dig one down, I plant a sapling, move across 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, dig one down, plant another sapling, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and rinse and repeat. Okay, that one's just grown right on top of my head. Such is life. The reason I use birch is quite simply is for this. If I chop my way into the tree, knock out 2 blocks, step inside, look straight up, chop up. The birch never grows high enough, or never grows too high I should say, for you to chop straight up and remove all of the wood from that one tree. Then all you do is chop down one and you've collected every piece of wood from that tree and the leaves will dissipate. With the way I've got this set up, it's quite simple just to walk in a straight line, chopping the trees as you go, collecting all the wood bit by bit. Like so. Now, as those trees don't have any wood inside them now, the leaves will gradually go and give you the saplings to replant, in which case I'll come back to this area in a few seconds. This works quite well, like I say, for small amounts. As you can see, you don't get a huge amount of wood from each birch tree. If you want larger amounts, I prefer to use dark oak. I'll show you how that one works in a few seconds. I was hoping to actually get a couple of saplings already and plant up, but oh, there we got one. You'll have to bear with me as well, because I tend to play, or at least I always used to play on PC. I've only got back into it playing on the Xbox recently, so I'm a little bit rusty on controls. But yes, let's go have a look at the birch. Here we've got some birch trees already planted. Dark oak, my apologies. Difference with the dark oak is when you plant it, you've got to plant them as a 2x2 and plant 4 saplings. That doesn't look right. That explains that. It appears I wasn't looking very carefully when I last did the planting. So, yeah, easiest way to harvest this is let it grow. As you can see, it grows in a 2x2, so I usually chop my way into the tree. 1, 2, I'll go up a third, jump in, 1, 2, 3, jump up, turn the corner, 1, 2, 3, and up again. Oh, I say up again. 2. From up here, you can harvest all the wood quite happily, just chopping around you to your heart's content. I usually prefer to actually climb into the tree to do this, because that way you don't get mobs attacking you while you're actually doing this. You've got to make sure once again that you clear all of the wood from the tree, otherwise the leaves won't dissipate and the saplings won't move. Quick tip as well, it always works better if you're actually crouched, sneaking. That way you can't fall off the tree while you're doing it. Yes, the number of times we've fallen out of the tree and taken damage while harvesting is unbelievable. But again, dig your way around the edges. Quite happy. 1, 2, and then dig your way down straight underneath you. It does help if you've got a good supply of axes. Again, I prefer to use stone axes because basically there's that much cobblestone, you're never going to run out of stone. So, we've got our space, we can wait for the leaves to dissipate and give us the saplings. Fortunately, I've got a few spare, so I'm just going to throw those down now and forget about it. Let's see if these birch trees have... Yep, there's a few bits. Let's get these birch trees replanted. One there, 1, 2, 3. Right, so yes, building orchards like that works pretty well. You can have them quite linear like this, makes it much easier for harvesting. But if you want to disguise your base from people, scatter the trees about a bit. Don't make it quite so obvious, yes, there's a base around here. As long as you keep at least 5 squares in between, you should be fine. Again, the dark oak, leave a good distance between. I usually only use about 4 or 5 dark oak plant trees, maybe 6 at most. For the actual birch trees, 8 to 10 should be fine, just for small amounts. Right, so that's how to get the renewable wood. Now, what I wanted to show you next was basically how to get the charcoal, because at some point you're going to want to burn the logs to make charcoal and create torches. Personally, it's one of the first things I always do because I prefer to build my bases underground. So, since it's dark, I'm just going to whip in here, have a quick snooze so we get daytime again, and we'll show you how to make your automatic cooker. Now, as most of you all will know, to cook up the logs into charcoal, all you need is your furnace. Fortunately, here's one I prepared earlier. So, you place your furnace, open it up, you want to throw your logs in at the top. Nope, logs in at the top. Throw any old sort of wood down at the bottom, and it will cook up the logs and turn it into charcoal here. As soon as you get your first piece of charcoal, you might as well swap out this piece of wood down here because the charcoal does work far better. Now you can stand around and wait for it to cook, but it's incredibly boring. So, what I will do right now is I will show you how to make this an automatic process so you don't need to hang around waiting all the time. So we'll just chop this back down. Right, what we're going to do, let's say, make it all automatic. So, first thing I will do is, actually I could have placed it there, but never mind. We'll place the furnace because I can. I'll put it up on the top here. Now, to feed charcoal into the actual furnace, what we can use is a hopper. All you'll need is 3 hoppers total for this thing, for this cooker, and a few chests. Now to place the hoppers, go into sneak mode, otherwise the hoppers will not connect to your items correctly. So all I'm doing is I'm into sneak mode, I'm going to press the left trigger, here presto, it's connected. You can see if you look underneath, you've got the little hook pointing straight into the furnace. And what I'm going to do next, to make sure we've got plenty of charcoal, I'm going to go in sneak mode again. So we've got plenty of fuel. I'm going to put a chest on top. Again, you will need to be in sneak mode, otherwise it will not connect correctly. Okay. So, having done that, anything you put in this chest will filter into the fuel. So, just to prove things, we're going to accidentally place a chest. We're going to come out of sneak mode and have a sneaky peek in the furnace. There's nothing there. I'm going to put the fuel into the chest. There goes the charcoal. And the furnace has the charcoal. Nice and easy. Right, what we're going to do next, we're going to create a supply. So, once again, hopper coming in at the top, into sneak mode, place. Next, we want a chest. So, into sneak mode again, we're still there, place. Place. Right. So now, everything again, when you place them in this chest, will filter straight into the furnace. And that will be your input. So in there, I'm going to want to put my logs, my raw chicken, basically anything you want to cook at all. So I'll chuck that in, and having the full chest, you've got plenty there, and what will happen is it will gradually filter into the furnace and cook itself up. Start with again, yes, when you first start in, you'll need to take whatever charcoal you get, throw it straight back in to keep it going. This will work really well, but it'll only get you one stack of charcoal, so you want to actually pull everything out as well. So if we dig the soil out from underneath, I'm going to place 2 chests and my final hopper coming in to that chest there. This now will filter everything that's cooked straight down through the hopper into the chest. Very simple, very easy. Like I say, everything you put in that chest, as long as there is enough fuel stacked in, everything in that chest will filter through and gradually be stored in this chest here. And that's how to make your automatic cooker. Like I say, you can cook anything there from raw meat. Cobblestone's a nice good one because you'll get your plain stone to make your stone bricks. And again, all you do is chuck it into the chest and it will gradually filter down. Anything that's not of the same stack as this one in the furnace will just be stored in the hopper or in the chest until it is ready, and it will gradually just filter through. And that is pretty much it for the automatic cooker. I'm going to leave it there. I hope some of you found this useful. Thank you for watching, and hopefully we'll see you again.